Hello and welcome to this QQEvolution Training Edition. Today we're going to be covering our Rolodex, which is kind of like almost having, you know how you have the old-fashioned paper Rolodexes sitting on your desk where you thumb through looking for people's names and addresses and so forth. Well, now you can do this directly on your computer and have a digital Rolodex right here within QQEvolution. It's a great little addition. Now, as you can see, I'm on the main dashboard for QQEvolution, and we're going to go over here to the left and we're going to access the Rolodex. As you see here, the Rolodex is opened up right here in the middle. It is. Okay, I'll move it up here just a little bit higher. So you see evolution is still open behind it. I did not close evolution. So I can just minimize this Rolodex out of the way and still have it running while evolution is open if you'd like. Once it's opened, it can run separately than the main program of QQEvolution. All right, when we come here over to the Rolodex, you see over here we have a place for Rolodex companies, which is generally going to be things like your insurance company. We have a place there you can enter lien holders, a place where you can enter certificate holders. We also have an area for employees and also for other contacts, which would be anybody else that doesn't fit those descriptions. Like it could be your hairdresser, it could be your dog walker, anything like that. Underneath here we have links to our current programming. We have a link to QQ Web Rater, which is our new rating software, which is, well, it's actually not a software, it's a rater online. Everything is online. There's no software to install. You access it right through the internet. Also, here's an access to open QQEvolution itself. This little icon will be changing. They just haven't changed it yet. And these buttons, of course, again, as I said, just launch the programs. Okay. Then we have options. These are totally up to you, each one of you on your computers. Let's see here. Here we have Launch Rolodex at Windows Startup. If you're the type of person that uses this Rolodex a lot and you like it, you might want to check mark this. So what that means is every time you restart your computer when it's coming up, the Rolodex will start up right along with every other program. Okay? I'm going to check mark that. And also, if you'd like the Rolodex to close every time you close evolution, you can check mark here and the Rolodex will close the next time I close evolution. So as I said, these are totally up to each one of you. I'm just going to hit close there. Underneath here is our agency filter. Okay, so when you're entering things here in the Rolodex, always be conscious of this filter. If you do not have permission to, maybe you're an agency with multiple offices, your default office that your administrator set you up with will appear here. And if you click the drop down, if you have permission to other offices, you will be able to select them. Okay, if you don't have permission, you cannot select them. Of course, that administrator will have, he'll have access to all the offices. So if the administrator, whoever might have access to this, clicks on all, and I have 3 offices, whatever I set up here will pertain to all 3 offices. All 3 of my offices will be able to view this information. Now underneath here, we just have a quick link to our main website. All right, so you can see I got nothing in here. So let's head up to the very top here. This is a search button. This is where I can type in a name. It could be another contact. I'm going to type in an actual name and search for them. Now, whenever I want to add something new to any of these sections, I would click on Add New, and it allowed me to add new. I'll show you that here shortly. Here we have Delete. This will allow you to delete whatever entry you happen to be on in here. Just remember, delete is permanent. So if you choose to delete something out of here, we do give you a warning saying, hey, are you sure you want to delete? Think twice before you answer yes to that question. Okay, it's permanent, and the only way to get back what you had deleted is to manually enter it yourself. And here we have a print button where you can print the whole Rolodex out if you'd like. You can print a letter to whoever you have selected, a label, and you can also print out an employee's list. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through these buttons one at a time, each one of these little tabs. Now everybody has their own tab. So if I select agency insurance here and I come down here and I click on Quick Bridge, this is a Quick Bridge section for agency insurance only. Okay, same thing if I select here Affirmative Select and I go to Contacts, this is Affirmative Selects Contacts. Okay, so there's no mixing up of information. They all have their own section. All right, so let's go ahead up top here. We're going to click on Add New, and what that's going to do is blank out my bottom area here so we can add in a new one. So let's add new. Oh, whoops. Help if I chose a filter. Let's do Add New. There we go. I didn't choose my agency. Sorry about that. So let's do a company name. Let's just do Insurance USA. You can put in an FEIN number here, the Federal Employee Identification Number. Here you can put in the NEIC code. Here you can put in what's called a QQ abbreviation. That's if you're not using Quick Quote or the Web Reader or FSC. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily have this populated, but I can give it my own number if I want. If you'd like to put in their best rating, you can. Here's room for their broker ID. Now here we put in their address. Let's say we live in Sunshine, Florida. All right, now underneath here is where we're going to put our main contact's information. Okay, here we put only our main contact. We have places to put other contacts. Right here's the main person that you speak to, who you fax to. So you enter that contact in here. So let's say contact main 1. What department are they with? Let's say they're with underwriting. Telephone number. Can put in an extension if I need to. Absolutely. You can put in their local phone number. You can also put in a claims number if they happen to have one. We also have room for an additional phone number. Here's where you can put in a cell number. Again, you can still have extensions. Here's where you can put in a fax number. Here's where you can put in their email address for the main contact. There's a place for email address 1 and email address 2. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in an email address here. Now, let's make sure I spelled this right here. Okay, now the main thing here, what I can do is I can click this little button next to it where it says email 1, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up a new box for me to send an email addressed to this person. Now this is good. I clicked on that I wanted to open the email, and here I got a message saying, would you like to save new company information? Because I'm navigating away from the screen I was just typing on, I need to save my information. Okay, if I don't answer yes, it's going to be gone. Okay, that would make me very unhappy. So I want to make sure I answer yes to saving it. And now as you see, I've opened up the email box. Here's the email address. You can add to it if you need to. Put in a subject, and then you go ahead and put in your message to the company. The reason right here it says insurance test company are ready for me is because in the utilities I had set up a default agency signature for this type of thing, which is covered in our utilities webinar. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now moving on from here, we have a place where we can put in a website, and here where we can put in notes if we need to. So we can put in notes pertaining to this contact, as well as an address, an email, or I'm sorry, a website address. Now, if I was to click this little picture of an E to the right here, it would launch me to this website. It would automatically take me over there. All right, so that's where we enter in company info. I entered more information, so I want to make sure I update it. Now, let's say this insurance company has more than one contact. I have several there. So I can click on the Contacts tab. Now, of course, I go up top, click on Add New, turns it white for me, and I can go ahead and add in my next contact. Let's say second contact. Go ahead and put in their information here. Same thing, we have places for a bunch of different phone numbers. You can click a drop down here and choose what you'd like to label the phone number. Okay, maybe this is a local phone number, maybe like a callback number. You can do that here. Let's go ahead and just put in a phone number and an extension. Here we also have a place for email 1 and 2 as well. Again, we have a place for a website. Maybe this contact has a different web address for their website. You can do that. And of course, you have a place for notes. Now I want to go ahead and save this. As you see, it says new contact added successfully. I'm going to hit OK. Now that's saved. Now it may look like you can only add one in here, but you can add as many contacts as you need to. So let's go back up top here. Click on Add New again. Let's add in our third contact. All right, I'm not going to put in their full information here. All right, so now we have another one saved. We're going to hit Update. It was added successfully. Now we have two contacts. So whichever one I have listed here that I want to see their information, I simply select them, and there goes their information. So on the company info tab, the first tab I showed you, you put your main contact, then you have another place to put all your other contacts for that company, Insurance USA. Next we have attachments. We allow you to attach a photo in here. If you have any type of file you would like, it could be, a scanned document, something like that. So you click on attach file, up opens this box that says select document. It's going to allow you to browse your computer. So now here we go. We're going to browse our computer and try to find a picture to put in here. I don't know if I have any, but we'll do a sample picture, I guess, here. I can put in an attachment example here for the description. Let's just do winter example. I'm going to hit OK. Now it's going to attach it for me. Takes just a minute. It's uploaded to our servers, and there you go. Here's the image. Here's the description. It stamped it by the date and time. Okay, and here's the file name. And you can have multiple images in here. Now you'll see some more buttons appeared here. With this, is if I have an image selected, I can click on Edit Image. Maybe I just want this to say winter. I can hit OK, and now the description has changed. Now maybe I don't need this photo any longer and I'd like to get rid of it. I can click on Detach File. It says, do you wish to delete the selected image? So if I answer delete and archive, it'll delete it and archive it back to where it got it from on my computer. If I hit delete permanently, it will permanently delete the image. Or maybe I'm in here by accident and I don't want to delete it. So I'm going to hit on delete and archive. It pulls it off my information. I already have one named this. I'm going to answer yes. I want to copy over it. All right, so there you go. That's how you can attach images in here, or documents that are scanned in and so on. Now our next button we have is Quick Bridge. You notice right here from main website there's an array address here because I had put it on the company info tab, so it pulled it over here for us. So you can list all these addresses, web addresses, and if I click on the bridge button, it will take me directly over to this web address. Okay, some of the companies, not all of them, will allow us to go by their security and will allow us to log you in. In the case of those, down here where it says broker ID, user ID, and password, whatever they require, you select it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check mark that I want password as well. As you see, there are drop downs where I can change this. Maybe it's not the order they should be in. And I click on update. It was updated, and now it's been saved. As I said, some of the companies will allow us to do that, but if you ever use this feature and you hit the bridge button from here and it doesn't log you in, it just takes you maybe to the main website, or maybe you have the address for the login screen. There's nothing wrong with the program. We simply can't, it can't get by to get you logged directly in. That's one of the big reasons we introduced real-time inquiry, which pretty much everybody has, because real-time inquiry is a direct link between us and your insurance company, and it logs you in and it takes you to the client you're working on. But you can store these web addresses in here if you'd like. Next we have memos. Do we have any memos pertaining to this company that I'd like to keep? So we're going to go up here and do add new. Let's see, I want to, maybe it matters to me that the company is only 7 years old. I can go ahead and update and save that. If I want, I can go ahead and add another one. I'm just going to add in some gibberish here. Go ahead and update. It's been saved as well, and as you see, it does date it with the stamp it with the date and time. So you can add memos in here pertaining to the company that you're on here with. Our last tab we have here is Accord Form Options. What this would be used for is for, say, your certificate holders. So you see, it pulled all the information over from my company info tab that I had entered. So here it is. Now, whenever I do something, as we show you down here, it says Accord Form section. The following forms will be pre-filled from the text box below. So let's say I was doing a certificate of liability in Accord 25, and I'll click here to show you an example. Here's an example of where on the certificate of liability that company's information will appear. It will appear right here. So what this does, when I enter information here, this is how it's going to appear on my certificate if I'm doing any of these. The certificate of property, the evidence of commercial property, whether I'm doing any of those, I can have this information appear automatically on them. I can also add stuff that I maybe want on there. Maybe I wanted to, VIN is that, and then all I have to do is type in the VIN. Okay, I always want that to appear, and so I want the top information, their contact information, the name, address, and phone number, and then I also want it where it says the VIN is, as an example, that writing would appear here automatically for me. Now, underneath here, when it comes to certificate holders and this information we've automatically added, there is a place on the application where you can do the strike on the Accord to do a strike endeavor to or strike failure to with a certain amount of days. You can have that. You can strike the endeavor to part out, or you can strike out the failure to part and have the days, 4 days written notice that you need to receive. Now you can change this up here if you'd like. If I click this little button here, I can edit this. Let's say I'm going to make something odd here so it doesn't ask. So let's say I'm doing company info, and I want the address. And let's say for line 2, I want the toll-free number. Let's do company name, zip code, and let's do fax number. Hit OK. See this information changed? Okay, to what I had just chosen. Also, line 5 is blank because I chose fax number, and I never entered a fax number for the company under company info, so of course it's going to be blank. All right, that's basically our training for the Rolodex. Over here to the left where we have the other tabs like lien holders. Yes, I'd like to update it. I have lien holders, certificate holders, employees where you can put in the employees' information, their licenses. You can even attach a photo if you'd like here for attach a photo, and also documents and put in notes. Only the administrator will have access to this. And there's a place for the other contacts. How you add information into each one of these sections is exactly how I just showed you with Rolodex companies. You go up top, and whenever you want to add something, it's add new, and you can go about your business. Okay? All right, everybody, have a great day, and please continue on with any of the other training sessions that you have not finished yet. All right, thank you.